Hello guys, this is a battle against StarIchigo, extremely noobish guy. Yeah, I found him in the Zat chat called X or something like that. Well, I saw his team and he has Zorg, so I'm like, oh, you're just typical like everybody else that starts with a Zorg, thinking they're gonna trick me. So I start off with my Tyranitar, which is Focus Sash, then Max Attack, Max Special Attack, and he does Grass Knot. That kind of confused me for a bit, but I knew it was Zorg, so I'd use Low Kick, super effective, kills it, and the Focus Sash is gone thanks to Sand Streams and Life Orb damage, so it didn't matter. So he didn't have Focus Sash, I guess. And yeah, at this point he says, "Oh, you hack." I'm like, "What?" And I'm like, and he's like, "Because of your Cherish Ball." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And then he, that's Focus Sash, by the way. He sends out his Jaruda, or I mean Jalorda, I guess. And he has a Perversity, which means the Dream World ability, and that's not released yet. I personally didn't care, because okay, well, what the fuck is that gonna do? It doesn't really. I don't think that's a good Pokemon either way. And this time he uses Sleep Storm with a +2 special attack, and he's like, "Whoa, what? It only did that much, like 60%." I'm like, "Well, no shit. What'd you expect? It's neutral damage because not very effective. It's -2, and then the +2 makes it neutral, zero, +0 attack, so it only gives it like 300 and I don't know, whatever attack that has, and it's carved too, so its special attack ain't that great. And I use Draco Meteor, and it kills it, of course, and yeah, because my Jet, it's scarfed. And then it sends out to Wargle, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna switch to my Natore, because I knew it was gonna do like either U-turn or Brave Bird, and I didn't want my Latios dead yet, because he can kill like a lot of Pokemon with Draco Meteor. So I send out my Natore, and it gives it the damage. And now he sends out his Roserade. Yeah, Roserade. And now here I'm fearing the Sleep Powder, and I have a Breloom. The Breloom isn't gonna be very like useful this battle, so I'm just gonna use it as Death Fodder. I think it's gonna use. I thought he was gonna use Sleep Powder, so that's why I sent out Breloom. So it can be put to sleep. But he uses Hidden Power Fire, I think. Yeah, it was gonna be Hidden Power Fire because he wouldn't do Hidden Power Ice against the Torre. I'm like, oh, okay. So at this point, I know, well, I guess he's not going to use Sleep Powder next turn. It'd be kind of pointless. I'm poisoned and yeah, I'm about to die. So he can just kill me and save his Sleep Powder for later. So I switch out to my Jet, and I knew I was going to easily live a HP Fire. Not very strong coming from a Roserade. So yeah, I do that, I live, and then Sandstorm damage, damages me a little. So here I'm like, well, he has I think, I don't know what he had, but he had an Empoleon, so I'm like, well, I can't Draco Meteor right now, so I'm gonna trick it. I don't want to use Thunderbolt because I didn't want him to like stay in and, make me go to sleep. So I use Trick to trick it, and now its HP is low. I mean, its HP, it's kind of useless now because it's spec, because I can just switch it to my Natore. But instead, I'm gonna use Thunderbolt because I know, I'll die pretty soon, so I'm just gonna Thunderbolt it, to get some damage off. Then here I was surprised. I didn't know I was gonna kill it, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell? This thing's weak. I didn't even know what I tricked, honestly. What did it give me? Fuck, I don't know. Life Orb? No. Yeah, it was a Life Orb. No wonder it killed it. Yeah, so I sent out my Garchomp. I knew he was gonna send out a Roserade, and I wanted to Fire Fang it, but then I did some calculation, and Earthquake does more than Fire Fang and Roserade, so I just used that. And yeah, and I get a critical hit here, and he's like, "What? No, I had HPIs. That don't matter." I'm like, "No, you didn't. Remember, you used HPIs. You used HP, your hidden power on my Latios, and it wasn't very effective." And then he's like, "Oh, okay." And here I sent out my Natore. I knew he was going to use Brave Bird or U-turn. And then he's like, "Oh, you're so predictable. I should have done Superpower, and I would have won." I'm like, "No, you wouldn't. I still have around Corrosion, and I can Trick Room you and make a game out of that." And I know he's going to switch out. He's not going to let it. His Wargle's going to die if he does Brave Bird again. So he's going to switch out, and I know he's going to switch out. He only has a little bug thingy, and I think that's it. So I'm going to use Thunder Wave to paralyze it, and then I'm going to use Stealth Rock. And in here he's like, "Wow, what a new use Thunder Wave on Natore." I'm like, it works, right? So what's the problem? And he's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "Yeah, shut up." And so yeah, he does a Bug Buzz here, and I knew it wasn't gonna kill me, but I knew it was gonna like get me to death. I was gonna either use Leech Seed or Stealth Rock, but I was like, fuck it. I'll use Stealth Rock, you know, to get some damage on the Woggle, just in case. So yeah, and in here I still have my Balloon left, and it's gonna be used as battle, so I'm gonna switch out to it and let it die as death fodder. And yeah, I need my Notori alive because he has the Woggle, and just in case, you know, I need to switch into it to have it die due to recoil, the Iron Thorns and Sandstorm and Stealth Rock damage is going to do a lot of damage to it. So I sent out my babies because he was arguing that I would have won if I didn't use Thunder Wave and didn't get those crits or whatever. But here I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to send this out to, you know, Trick Room and show you that I would have beating your ass either way. And in here he gets a trick. I'm like, oh my god, this bullshit. And he's like, ooh, and you know, and then he was getting cocky because he thought he was going to win. I'm like, no, you're not going to win, dude. I set up Garchomp. He can kill all those Pokemon in one hit. And he'll survive any attack you have. So yeah, I use Earthquake and kill his spider thing with my Garchomp, of course. In here, next I'm gonna send out his Warble because it's his last Pokemon, of course. And I thought I was thinking of either switching to my Notori or keeping with the Brave Bird, you know, because I knew Garchomp was gonna take it either way, but I didn't know if he was gonna get a crit or not. So I was like, fuck it. I use Dragon Claw and he'll die to Sandstorm and Recoil either way if he uses it. So yeah, it's good game now. Yeah. Oh, and afterwards he said I don't know, whatever. He called me a noob because I use Garchomp.